Hey guys, so it's the start of day 5 at my dad's place. Somebody's excited. So you got a CNC plasma cutter?
Yes, I do.
And you've been making quite a operation here.
Yeah, we make yard stuff like
A little side business and whatnot.
yeah, ours and for people putting their gardens, and we got an American flag, one here at design.
Oh, neat.
Still gotta paint it.
So,
Tie-dyed gnomes.
oh yeah.
It's all
So,
stuff for gardens.
this is your little paint booth?
Yeah, it's Stacy's paint booth.
Nice. Whoa, it's bright. I forgot LEDs are so instant. You know, because fluorescent bulbs, you look at them and they get brighter over time.
Yeah, it's our little shop. You can tell we sell a lot of gnomes.
Yeah, I can tell. Do you, are you going to be using the metal in the middle?
Yeah, because I basically charge per square foot.
Yeah.
All that'll be profit.
No, but I mean, like, is that going to be waste now?
No.
Or are you going to find other stuff to do
Yeah,
with
that's
it?
what I'm saying. I got a couple small little flowers and little stuff that I'm going to keep and then cut up and recycle the rest.
Nice. The ladybugs
Yep.
and St. Louis blues.
Yep.
What was that?
That was
Another blues?
Blues that messed up.
Oh, okay.
Every once in a while, the
warps.
the metals will warp, and if it gets too close or too far away, it's got an auto Z on it, but I need to pay for the.
I do like how right the edges are. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the top is, I mean, like perfect. That like if you get a good good amount of voltage and the right distance and everything, you shouldn't have much slag on the back.
Could I cut something? Okay, maybe make something tiny, like a coaster. Oh, hi there. Oh, nice.
Flash.
Totally forgot about you. Yeah. I like how the dogs are. I think they miss me a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. So this is what kind of thing is it?
Langmar.
Langmuir. Ah, dog. Look at me. So this is a Harbor Freight plasma cutter, right?
Yep.
And then is this the control system?
Yep.
How does it hook up? USB?
USB. Yep.
Okay.
To the computer or whatever. I'm getting ready to build, like I was telling you earlier, its own dedicated system out here.
So then you have these stepper motors,
Yep.
which each one goes to a 9-pin D sub, right?
Yep.
Oh, I like how that's labeled out. How much was this system?
I think it was like 3,000.
Okay. Whew, that dog farted.
You can get. Ooh.
You smell it now, don't you?
Yeah, it's bad. Oh, Otis.
One problem with having dogs. Whew. Might need to let this air out. Oh, yeah. Now, you wouldn't want it to hit it and burn up your motor, though, if it went over.
No, I wouldn't use these.
Yeah.
These things. We'll never go past this way or this way.
Okay, so this is always at the bottom right corner.
Yep.
Okay, I see. And, so yeah, I mean, you could make like little marks there to where you just know where it is, or you could even set a
Maybe the marks would be better, because if I was trying to go back to get back to that Z, I could accidentally go too far and move that magnet.
Or here's another idea. Have a stopper and then get like a large pair of calipers, and so then you can see like the exact thousandth of an inch, and then you remove it so it's not in the
Or
way.
I could just measure.
Yeah, that's what I mean, but
Yeah, maybe just measure from a solid point
Get yourself a really big pair of calipers, and then you can see like the exact measurement, and then you can always get it back in case you have to restart it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and then maybe make like
that's better than.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that should be pretty exact then. Because
yeah.
That's a good idea.
Probably more exact than the width of your plasma cut, kerf or whatever.
My kerf width is about 1/16 of an inch.
That's really tiny. Oh, well, there it goes. So we were just talking about how you can't reuse this because it crashed halfway through the print because your computer, apparently it's the cable picked up electromagnetic interference from the plasma, and that messed with the computer, the program crashed. But now he can't restart it because he would have to go back to the 0 point, which is right here. And either you can make this thinner and go back to that, or what I thought was, instead of doing that, have the measurements on here. Either have like a stopper and have a really big pair of calipers so you can know exactly where it is. Because if you can get it back to 0, you can redo the print. But it'll be very difficult to get it lined up exactly, so that everything will be off a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because
a lot better than...
that'll also remove a lot of slop too, because like every single time you have another, I don't know how to describe it, like layer of abstraction or layer of movement, you're going to get more like wobble, or it's going to be harder to measure. But whenever you're actually on the thing that's doing the moving, you can actually measure it a lot better.
Yeah. No, that's actually... Yeah, I had the idea last night coming home late about just, marking my starting point, but that's even better. I like that.
You know what you could do is go to IKEA, get one of the paper measuring tapes, and just like tape the paper measuring tape right here.
Yeah, actually, that's, as long as because if I did it small enough in between those two wheels, it's actually a really good idea.
It's a shame I didn't bring my jacket, because I stole a bunch of those and the pencils and stuff because they're free.
Yeah, and there's only one wheel on this top here, just run it here.
So just kind of tape it down.
The only thing is, I'd have to go all the way, because as long as I start my 0 over here in this area.
Yeah.
Sometimes though I start cutting over there, and I think I'll try the measuring, measuring first.
I'm not sure how big a calipers you can get, but I'm sure a big caliper will be useful.
Well, I want to bring one of my, I've got a nice line gauge.
Oh, okay.
Work. It's pretty precise. You can go down to millimeter. That'd be more than what I would do. I think if I use a line gauge.
I really like the design of this.
Yeah, it's a little dirty. We've been doing a lot of cutting. I need to clean it.
So I just took apart an X-ray machine, and there was a huge one of these screw things. That gives me ideas to make a cutter of some kind. It only goes 4 feet, but oh well.
We were going to get the smaller one, but Stacy wanted she thought it'd be better to get just a little bit bigger.
I can't blame you, because...
And we got the water table with it, which really helps the sparks and the warping of the metal.
It's kind of the same idea of like, if you're going to buy a laptop, get a high-end one, because then it'll last like 5 years longer.
Yeah, this is the pro version.
Because okay, so if you had gotten the small one, how quick have you already outgrown that one? If you have,
we already have.
Yeah, so it's like it was instant.
Yeah, because people were wanting bigger and bigger signs. I got one lady wants a big Sasquatch.
Oh really?
Like a 4 foot tall. I was like, I can't. I would have had to got the bigger table for
Have you thought about coupling this with like hydroforming to make 3D stuff?
No. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of those kindergarten pencils.
Yeah.
And clamp that in there and run because you can run it without the plasma.
So make a plotter?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That way I can cut, because our name of our company is Sawdust and Sparks.
Oh really? So you changed it?
Yeah, Sawdust and Sparks. Yeah. And so that's what we're doing. The wood side is over here.
So I just had the idea that what if you were to make 2 identical cutouts? Imagine you were to take 2 circles and then you TIG weld them on the outside and put a connector and use a pressure washer to pressurize it. It would puff out like a balloon. You could do that with stuff where you'd have 2 layers then, and you'd squeeze water between them, and it would become like rounded. You could then cut it off and you have like a rounded thing, or you could have like as a hollow thing or whatever.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
They form those. Well, if I got thin metal, I could form a ladybug that's
exactly.
raised.
And if you wanted, then you could cut it in half if you just want the half dome.
Like what we're doing now is Stacey was gonna hand paint the things on it, so I made this template, and all we do is lay it on here, and everything we spray is black, the legs and this and that.
Yeah,
and then we take it away. But I see what you're saying with the.
Because then you could, yeah, you could probably take 2 of these, weld them together, and then puff them out. I mean, a lot of chances of that going wrong, but.
There's a guy on
ripping stuff.
Car shows I follow. I'm drawing a blank on Ian Roussel. He does that with heat and plexiglass.
Oh,
bubbles.
yeah.
Clamps 2 pieces together. He uses air pressure and heat to form.
Does he push them through like a form, so like they're round or whatever?
Yeah.
I first saw that on Mythbusters.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever they made like the torpedo thing, they had to make like a big round thing. So Jamie, he made like this thing and he did hydroforming. So that's the first thing that comes to mind. Now that is pretty cool. I like your setup a lot. And do you still have room for your woodworking?
Yeah, it's a little dirty right now. I haven't had a chance to.
Well, it's a woodworking shop.
That's why I built this wall.
Oh, yeah.
Sparks from this side.
You know, this kind of makes me think of the galley workshop I was trying to make for a while out in Philadelphia. Problem is, you know, I get to find a place to make something. But that's pretty cool. So, like, you could even have something over here if you didn't need too much room.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep this as our
mechanical stuff.
Grinding area.
And then over there is engines and stuff.
Yeah, and that way I can work on my pullers and stuff still.
Well,
I'm gonna make a new hanging drying rack that we can pull up and get it out of the way.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
That way it's not.
Oh, hey, I have pulleys from window weights. Do you want to have pulleys up and have ropes going through them?
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to do. I've got pulleys that pull that back.
Yeah.
So I was wanting a pulley.
Well, how about I just give you like 10 or so window pulleys, because I have about 30 of them.
That's all I'm saying. It just I'm gonna make it out of lightweight metal.
Do you want some window weights too? Like, it'd be the weights to hold them down, or do you just want to tie them?
Actually, yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah. This is exciting. Yeah. Something like that. Because I think it'd be really cool to do something with like something that's really pitted up, and then clean it up so it has that pitting in it. So that'd be something kind of cool.
Yeah. I've never cut anything that thick yet, but it'll cut that big.
Yeah, I have a few pieces of stuff like that that's like really, really aged from the railroad and whatnot that we could try sometime. Oh, dog.
Loom sheet I've had forever.
Yeah.
I finally used a piece. I cut a little.
Oh, really?
Thing out of it.
Was it this one?
Yep. There's a bottom there.
Yeah, I saw it.
That was the first time I cut aluminum. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, it makes a little gnarlier of a cut. Well, it's a lower melting point metal, so that makes sense.
And then
higher conductivity too.
What I made is when we go into the Badlands, you gotta have flags like Park Hill and this thing on. I can't do it, so you can't put your flag in here. So this is what I.
Oh.
I didn't want something just sticking out and catching a tree on or anything.
I like how
rounded.
good that looks.
Yeah.
That looks so good. Painted black and whatnot. It does.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, it looks like something you bought at like Knee House or whatever.
I usually manhandle it, but this I've raw cut this edge with the plasma.
And the thing is, I know how to handle steel without a glove, but it takes like 3 times more effort.
And plus, you just cut yourself, so it's not make it work.
Yeah, I know. That's cool.
We'll lay this in. Yeah. You make a big sign. Don't forget the ground, because I'm always forgetting.
Oh.
The ground. It'll actually cut without the ground for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty quick.
Yeah, it'd be easy. I'm gonna move that down because.
Okay, so if you want to do that, you're in the general selection. So use the other one below it.
Oh.
Now and then make sure you click on it once, and then click on it before you drag. Otherwise, it'll grab everything. Yeah, I think this will be fine. So we'll just have to see once it makes it. We make it smaller.
It's bigger than the gap between the tail and the wing.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
So this is Autodesk Fusion 360?
Yeah, this is the CAD and CAM software that I use.
Nice.
And then basically you gotta do all your setups and pick your paths, entry points.
Okay.
And on Plasma you don't start cutting right there. you want to lead in, so
Yeah.
that way you get a nice clean cut. And that's what I'm setting right now is 90-degree sweep angle, all that kind of stuff. And I always do my late. I want it to start as far as possible away from that edge. And so I do one setting and then I zoom in, and then once I set it and see if I can get further, because I've just noticed even if you get it like an 1/8 inch away, you'll still see some burn mark next to it. So
because it starts kind of like a hole.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. You want to go out and print it?
well, you want to do the coin real quick?
Oh yeah, let's do the coin too.
I found that you don't want to run off of that flash drive.
I bet you have like sinking into.
Yeah, it's got like a lagging.
So, are we doing the coins first?
We're gonna do the crest first.
Where are we going to cut it? Okay.
I'm gonna find our 0.
So we need to wear goggles while watching it?
As long as you don't look straight at it. If you really want to watch it burn, then you can wear one of the masks up there.
Okay.
As long as you don't.
I'll look through my
Stare at
camera.
it.
I'll look through my camera. You almost need like a shield so you don't have to see it, because I don't want to burn up my peripheral vision.
I just don't stare at it.
Yeah. My sunglasses would be pretty cool for
I've
that.
got masks
Okay.
up there.
Yeah, I'll put that
The only time I'll put my mask on if I'm doing something intricate that I'm worried that that middle piece is
on.
going to fall out.
We have to actually look at it.
And then what happens is the damn head will hit and then move the metal. And
Oh,
then you're
yeah.
done. That's a good idea.
Because then you also break it off into 2 axes like it already is.
Yep. So,
But I would say maybe CNC cut an arrow that comes out. So it's not just at the line here, but it's like an arrow so you can measure it there. Kind of like how indicators.
yeah, if I get tape to run down the middle.
But I say still do it to where it's not, because then you don't have the shadow. Because see right there, it's hard to see.
Yeah. So see, to me, so I run my measuring tape against there, run against there. I think that would be more than enough. But,
Okay, that's fair.
We'll see. I like your idea with the thing too. And we'll scratch that. Alright, so we're going to move it up.
Okay. We can just make coins out of that then.
What I've noticed is, I noticed that when it went down, it wasn't the right height off of it.
Ah, okay.
And
Is the image a bit splattered too?
well, sometimes I think splatter gets on the screw, and I notice it doesn't go, the Z doesn't get set right.
yeah, you can go through.
Yeah. So that kind of asks your question about,
Engraving.
can we might
Yeah.
be able to.
I bet it'd be hard to keep that though.
Yeah. I get in front of a camera and I mess up.
No, that's fine. So you're turning it off because the height isn't working, right?
Yeah. It's supposed to go down and set the Z axis. And,
Yeah.
And it's off right now.
How can you tell if it's off?
I can tell because it should be a 1/16 of an inch in the metal.
Oh, okay.
On the tip, and I can just hear it that it's not cutting right.
How long has this been how long has this thing been turned on?
It's been on all day, but
Oh, okay.
I run it all day as well. But
Was that it freezing again?
Yep.
Damn.
That froze on a small one.
Oh nice, so I did get the claw then that I fixed. We need a magnet on a stick to reach down and grab it.
I had that. That's what I was thinking of those strong ones, but the damn magnet was too strong. It kept sticking there. Which way is it? Like that?
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. I think we can brush these ones with your brush sander if that's okay. The coins might be a little small though, I'll have to kind of hand do those. Oh.
You got another Phillips?
No?
No.
It's all crunchy.
Some of those are smaller.
Yeah. So that one's like laying a little further, so hammer it down. But you see what I mean? Oh. Right here, I'm gonna pull it out a little bit.
That's fine. A little overzealous with the hammer.
Yeah. So guys, I decided I only have one more day being back, and I'm going to use it wisely for manufacturing, make stuff for Etsy. So I want that entire day to be about that. So there won't be much time for painting this stuff. And I was thinking me and Thais could paint it out in Philadelphia, but I have the stuff here. I have like an hour of sunlight left. Let's figure out what the heck I did with my paint. Do I have black paint? I had moved my paint. Oh, here. Okay, let me unbury this. So next time when I'm here, probably be in just a few months, honestly. We're getting the apartment supposedly in July, so then after that it'll be easier to fly around. Just life will be more settled. And I used to feel like I had some magic where I could come into this workshop and poof something into existence. I don't feel like I have that anymore now that I moved to Pennsylvania. Because I don't have my tools, but I come back here and the magic didn't come back. The magic I felt was bigger in my head than it was. That's why I was always frustrated with not being able to make stuff as much as I wanted. So I really need to make this workshop even better, to where when I step back in here, I feel the magic come back into me of being able to make stuff. And organizing stuff will be a big part. Selling stuff, like all these boxes of product, will be another way to do that too. Sadly, I don't have any gold, but I do have black. I do have silver, but it's not quite a good silver. I was just thinking about burning this wood the other day, but I thought, oh, what if I need to paint something? It's funny how this is an example of why it's so hard to get rid of stuff, because the very next day I'm using it to paint on. Oh well. This stuff's clogging up pretty bad. I mean, it might actually be a full decade old. I don't actually know, but you know what? I think I got it in 2018. Never mind. But it's coming up pretty bad. So I spent the evening messing around with my laptop and getting Windows 98 to run Final Fantasy VIII, and nothing really to report there. It didn't do it very well. So I wrap up this video from the light of my BIOS on my other laptop to say that was it for day 5 and on to day 6. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.